Hi guys, hope you all are doing good. Welcome back to my channel. We're doing my client's nails today. I've already prepped her nails as you can see, so we're going in with base gel from American Creator. I'm just going to have that product on my bristles and really massage that into my brush just so I can apply smoothly. And I go into the application, applying the base gel on the natural nails, making sure that the natural nails are well covered with the base gel. If you're having problems with retention, you would want to make sure that you are actually massaging the product onto the natural nails really well before you go ahead to just do a smooth application of the base gel. So what you don't want to do is to just apply the base gel like you're applying gel polish. You want to massage the product really well to cover up all that filing grooves that we have on the nails, and then you rub the base gel like normal, but not a lot. You don't want to have a lot of base gel on the nails when you're doing this. You cut it in a lamp, and these are the nails. My client's nails are pretty much the same when it comes to the length, but when it comes to the thumb, though, the thumb is a little bit different because you can see that the corners of the nails are not there. This is not looking like a proper square like the rest of the nails are looking. So to fix that, we're going to be using nail extension gel from American Creator. I'm just going to have a little bit of the product on my brush. I'm using a liner brush. This is the 5mm liner brush. I'm just having very little of that, and I'm going to put that to the corner of the nail and guide the product a little bit outside the nails just to have the square, and then hold that with my hand lamp. You always want to use a lamp to hold the product because it's going to fall. Even if it's hard gel, because it's at the corners, it's going to touch the skin. And so to avoid all of that, you can also work in stages like I'm doing now. So after curing for a few seconds, I move to the second corner, the other corner of the nail, and then I try to fix the corner too with the extension gel. And I do this until I'm okay and satisfied, and then I hold it with the hand lamp. When that is done, I'm going in again for seconds and when we work in the corners, but this time around, I'm also going to be adding some extra length to the nails, very carefully guiding the gel across the free edge and working on the corners too. Once I'm okay with the way it's looking like, just so that the gel doesn't fall beneath the natural nails, I'm just going to hold it down. And tilting the nail upward, you can see that the gel is just on the free edge. It's not going beneath that free edge. You don't want that to happen. So when you're doing this technique, you want to make sure that you are being careful so that the gel doesn't spill beneath the nails. So the final thing I'm going to be doing is to fill in the gap. The hard gel and the natural nail, there's a little bit of a gap between the both of them, so I'm just going to fill that up, and once that is done, I cure. And after curing, it's now time to work on the overlay of the natural nails, and I'm using American Creator. This is called Joyful. This is a base gel that was formulated to add strength to the natural nails, so you can use it to overlay the natural nails and give the natural nails strength, to align the natural nail plate so that it is very smooth, which is what I am doing now. So I first of all started with the slip layer, and then I went in with the bigger bead of the gel, and if there's any unevenness in the application, I use my brush to just align, and then once it's okay, I cure and move to the next finger. You always have to cure each finger before starting with the next finger because the gel will definitely flow and touch the skin. You don't want that to happen, so you have to hold that down by curing in the lamp for at least 30 seconds and then moving to the next finger. So the same thing is what we're doing, the slip layer first, and then you go in with the second application and align with your brush and then cure in the lamp. So for the thumb, I decided to file first before applying the product on the nails. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to do the application on a surface that is very smooth. And I don't want any unevenness when I'm doing my application, because I don't want to have to do any excess filing after applying. I really just wanted to apply, do the finish work, and then go into the designs. So after piling and cleaning up, we're going in with the application per usual, starting with the slip layer. And I always say this, and I'm always going to say it, you want to make sure that the gel is not touching the skin. Remember that the slip layer acts as a guide for the bigger layer of the gel you want to apply on the nail. So if the gel touches the skin, you're essentially guiding the product to fall on the skin, and it's going to be flooding the skin, and that can lead to lifting of the nails, which I'm sure you don't want happening with your clients. Sometimes using the brush to make sure the gel is properly positioned doesn't work. So to help that, just flip the finger upside down, and the gel, because of gravity, would gather to its proper positioning, and then you can cure in the lamp. All fingers are fully cured now. And before I start, I have to actually clean out the sticky layer from the nails. All that shininess that you're seeing now has to go, because we're going into file to work on the free edge. You don't want to work on the sticky layer because it's going to be putting uncured products on your client's nails. You don't want that to happen. After the cleanup, what I'm doing is to work beneath the nails, that is the free edge. And what I'm doing is to file down the natural nails away from the tip of the free edge itself. And doing this alone is definitely going to prevent your client from experiencing lifting on the free edge while they're going about their day-to-day activities. Your clients, they need to use their fingers, so it definitely helps when at the free edge what you have is not natural nails and product, you have more product than natural nails. So for the thumb, I'm doing more of that because we have the hard gel just at the free edge. You don't want it to look very bulky. Once it's all done, I'm just using a buffer to make sure that the corners are a little bit rounded. We were doing a squoval shape, so she wanted the corners a little bit rounded, not too sharp, and the buffer does that. I'm going in with the black. Using a gel brush just might be the solution for you, right? This gel brush I'm using now has a rounded tip, so that helps. And very important, always be careful, because just a little bit of care plus your gel brush and your application is going to be so beautiful. You're going to be proud of yourself, trust me. Application is all done. I'm gonna go ahead and cure the nails for 60 seconds, and I'm back with blooming gel. I'm gonna be having blooming gel over the black, a very thin coat of blooming gel on the first four fingers, and it's just the application alone. Just apply the blooming gel to the fingers, and then we're not curing. I'm just gonna have a little bit of white on my palette, very little. This white is even too much, to be honest. I'm just having a bit of that on my brush, and we're going to be drawing roses. We're not going to artistic on this because the blooming gel is going to do the work for us, so we're having little strokes of lines, and what the blooming gel is going to do is it's going to spread out the rose and make it look more artistic than the effort that you put into it. So it's really very simple design, but looks so beautiful when you are done. You just have to see the finished look to understand what I'm talking about. So I'm working finger by finger, and I'm making sure that after working on one finger, I'm going to be curing. So when I'm done with each finger, what I did was to use my hand lamp to hold it down. Remember, we had the blooming gel on all fingers, so you want to cure finger by finger. So after that is done, we're going to work on the thumb now, and we're applying the blooming gel to the thumb, and we're going to be doing the same thing, drawing the roses and just letting the blooming gel do its magic. Looking so beautiful, absolutely love it. So really just short coily lines that we are doing. After we're done, we'll cure the hand lamp, making sure that it is held down. You can cure in the lamp fully if you want to, but I just went ahead with going to the next stage, which is getting a jelly polish, and I'm using blue for this. You can use any color you want to use for this. I've also done a red of this design. It looked really nice, it looked really beautiful, but this time I'm going with blue. And you can see that because we have white, the jelly is just going to show over the white roses, and it looks so much more sophisticated and so much more beautiful than you would have expected, right? And that's why we use the jelly polish over the black, because the jelly polish doesn't really show over black. It seems to hide over the black, or on top of the black, and what just shows is the white roses that you have, and then it just illuminates the white rose and makes it look so much more beautiful. All right, so this is second coat. Now I had to cure the first coat earlier, and now on the second coat, and the second coat just gives it a different look. It makes it look so much more, even much more beautiful than the first coat did. So after the second coat, I go ahead and cure in the lamp, and after curing, I'm coming in with American Creators Top Gel, and I'm going to be using that to protect the design, protect the nail, have it look glossy, and glossy that will last a long time. Okay, it doesn't take that much of an expert to know that with the top coats, we are slowly going to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. We cured on the lamp, and this is the final look. It looks so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. My client, she loved the nails, and I hope you love what you're seeing too. I'll see you very soon on another one. Take care of yourself. Bye.